Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives stars Robyn and Kody Brown are very renowned for their extravagant habits. Many family members also dubbed them shopaholics and highlighted their expensive lifestyle on the show. However, Robyn startled admirers with her unusual hobby of collecting costly dolls. She never discussed her habit on the show. Hence, fans were waiting for the tell-all anchor, Sukanya Krishnan, to debate the behavior on the episode. Surprisingly, she didn't do any such thing and avoided the matter totally. Suki ultimately acknowledged she didn't bring up the topic. She regularly encounters blowback for sheltering Robyn and Kody from the tough questions. Over the years, many admirers pointed out that she doesn't challenge the couple for their toxicity and narcissism sufficiently. Did the host purposefully ignore it? What's her excuse? Sister Wives. Christine thinks Kody and Robyn were intimate before marriage. Christine Brown has always been very honest and straightforward about Kody and Robyn's relationship. She accused her polygamous spouse of favoring his favorite wife over others. The Sister Wives typically discuss about the bond between the new monogamous pair. Christine startled fans when she made some stunning comments concerning Kody and Robyn's courtship time. She felt their courtship period was too extended, and the couple was incredibly comfortable with each other. The TLC stars were startled to see how comfortable Kody was in Robyn's bedroom during the opening months of their marriage. Hence, Christine was very confident the couple were intimate before marriage. Although Robyn disputed all the tales regarding her courtship phase, Christine felt sure about it. The latter even felt deceived after expressing her actual feelings. Sister Wives. Suki opens up about going easy on Robyn. Sukanya Krishnan earns both love and criticism for the way she addresses the Sister Wives group. But people are generally displeased with the manner she asks questions to Kody and Robyn. They feel the host avoids being too harsh on the couple. Recently, Suki featured on The Sarah Fraser Show. She talked about all the assumptions people made about not bringing up Robyn's strange habit. Robyn has a peculiar habit of collecting pricey American dolls. Several claims circulated that she has spent approximately $60,000 on doll attire and accessories. Hence, Suki eventually disclosed the genuine reason for avoiding the question. She says that her objective is to bring the complete cast for a reunion. The anchor claims she avoids bringing up unrelated drama. Suki knew about Robyn's spending habits, but she avoided tackling a due of invasion of privacy. So, the host thinks it was irrelevant to pose such queries. Suki made it plain that her purpose was to examine the family conflict and not their income or spending habits. Fans were not particularly thrilled with Suki's excuse, but they commended her for asking better questions this year. Viewers still believe the host could perform a lot better in the future. One admirer said, "Their finances are not an invasion of privacy." Another Sister Wives thought Krishnan would discuss the most critical questions with a toxic marriage. What do you think about her response? Share with us in the comments below. Children are the focal point of the family for Christine and Janelle Brown-Woolley. In the September 22nd episode, Janelle acknowledged that there's no contact, really, with Mary or Robyn or Kody. "I don't really foresee that's going to change much." Meanwhile, she and Christine, the mother of Aspen Brown, Michael T. Brown-Padrone, Peyton Brown, Gwendolyn Brown, Isabel Brown, and Truly Brown, gathered with their kids. Kody Brown feels that his wives leaving damaged his bond with the kids. Maddie and Caleb were present, and it was wonderful to have them around. Everything was going well. And Caleb was my favorite. Kody continued, "He was definitely like family," describing their arrangement of 4 homes on a cul-de-sac as the best time of my life, while they were in Las Vegas. However, things started to fall apart in Arizona when they clashed on coronavirus protocols, and he claimed that his marriage's failures had impacted his relationships with the children, adding, "It just made all those relationships go sour." But Christine insisted that issues existed even before she announced her departure in late 2021. In the September 22nd broadcast, she said, "My leaving didn't change his kids' relationship with him. All the kids that were frustrated way before I left," she said. Kody still has time to mend his relationship with his kids. It will certainly take some work, though. The problem is that I'm not willing to accept responsibility for things that my wife or ex-wife is sitting there telling them I did. I'm so angry about how I've been treated that I haven't gotten past that, Cody added. I'm hoping that the disdain will eventually fade. We'll be able to rediscover love and forgiveness. Cody Brown considered his marriage to Mary Brown to be unpleasant. Cody revealed that he and Mary didn't really know each other when they were legally married at 19 and spiritually married at 21 years old, respectively. In 2014, they filed for divorce so that Cody could legally adopt Robyn's 3 eldest children from her first marriage. As he put it, "I can't live in a world where she is constantly angry at me." When we got married, she was very different, and I think just there's some baggage that Mary had that I didn't know about, Cody said, adding, "At first, I felt like I could live with it. But he couldn't go." Cody said, if he wants to stay true and in his beliefs, he can't ask for a divorce, according to a man in a poly marriage. It's not allowed. Thus, I was unable to end that relationship. However, I didn't necessarily want to break off the contact. I want to know if we could save it and fix it. When Cody told Mary that he believed they would work things out, he added, "She wasn't nice, she wasn't fun, she wasn't kind, and she wasn't interesting. I'm trying to be curious with her because I'm bored." The decision to have me leave the house was made by Christine, Janelle, and Mary. "But I didn't kick me out," he replied, admitting that he could understand Mary's sense of abandonment. Cody Brown did not share Mary Brown's wish for a spiritual divorce. Even though Janelle and Christine felt they didn't need to divorce Cody since their marriage was never legal, Mary asked their church for an official separation or release in late 2022. In the episode that aired on September 22nd, she explained that all 4 of us ladies married Cody through our church. "I think it would be best to end it since we don't intend to get married, and I don't want to be legally bound to him if he doesn't want me. Of course, none of us can legally get married, but it was what we called a covenant. I'm at the point where I think we should just put this out of our minds completely." Because he did not want to acknowledge the authority of the church officials, she continued, Cody was against the idea. "But since we are accountable to God, I don't want to be accountable to this church and all their BS. Cody explained his stance by saying, "The damage was done so badly that we're not going to reconcile no matter what. I'm going to let Mary go and do what she wants to do, because it will turn into a quarrel if I get upset with her, and it took her a long time to comprehend that it had been done and over for years, so I just needed her to leave." A large number of Cody Brown's kids don't talk to each other. "It all went bad, it all went south," Christine said, explaining how a dispute about a 2021 holiday gift exchange via text messaging became particularly unpleasant for the 18 Brown kids. After this text exchange, there was a rift. Cody and Robyn and their kids were on the opposing side, and they wanted nothing to do with Janelle, me, and our kids. Robyn argued, but it was never anything about, "We don't want to see you again, we don't want anything to do with you," adding that her 3 older children believed the conversation was emotionally unsafe and that they needed to cut ties with the father. It was just about, like, "Hey, this got yucky." For his part, Gabriel hopes they can find each other once more. "My favorite person to hang out with in middle school was Aurora. The thing I want most is to just have a relationship with Robyn's children again. I was constantly trying to get close to Dayton in high school," he acknowledged in the October 13th episode. "I'm not hopeful for a relationship with Robyn and Dad, though." Robyn Brown's kids never felt like they belonged in the family. When Aurora married Cody in 2010, her mother said, "I've been told directly, multiple circumstances by multiple different people, that I was not accepted," with Brianna, her sister, adding that the parents could have done a better job with, connecting us as a family, and it never really happened. Aurora's mother said that I was not their sister and that they did not think or perceive me that way. But how they might have extended their embrace is a mystery to Christine. Robyn's kids and Robyn were invited to everything, she said. "I would just say, just come into the house anytime you want." Michael T. Brown Padron lived with Robyn's kids for a while, and her daughter Isabel Brown was close to them, she added. "There were hard times and my kids were frustrated, but they always considered Robyn's kids their siblings, just the same. Janelle Brown would remarry, but Cody Brown would not. You have everything you need, including a wonderful connection with your spouse. After that, I am completely independent. When it's working properly, you have this amazing family unit that you're part of, a community that you're plugged into," Janelle said, raving about the independence she was granted in plural marriage. For this reason, plural marriage seemed like a really wonderful arrangement to me. However, Cody would never say "I do" to polygamy again. "Polygamy kills emotional intimacy," he stated on the television program on December 1st. "It makes everybody defensive, and I really want an emotionally vulnerable, intimate relationship with a woman, and you're not going to get that in polygamy." Cody Brown started to separate from Janelle Brown years ago. Janelle says Cody had a harder time letting go of his feelings once the family relocated from Las Vegas to Arizona in 2018. On the September 29th episode, she stated, "I'm really tired," and added that after moving to Flagstaff, Cody found it much easier to be gone. She also disclosed that he would attempt to grovel because he was exhausted. "You can rest at my house just as much as you can at Robyn's house," I responded. A couple of times I had to remind him that he needed to come to my house. Robyn Brown's home was not a favorite among Janelle Brown and Christine Brown-Willie's kids. Janelle explained the separateness her brood felt with Robyn, adding, "My children were scolded if they would open up Robyn's fridge." The issue with Christine's kids, however, was that they saw that Robyn and their dad were a couple and he wasn't in our home. Her staff knew about the division, Robyn added. "Mary, across the board, was very accepting of my kids and I, but the rest of the family really struggled to accept my kids and I," she stated on September 29th in the episode. "All we wanted to do was be a part of this family." Gabriel, meanwhile, would argue that he and his siblings actively sought to include them. "I think that Robyn definitely has a victim complex," he said in the October 13th episode. "To put it simply, and for that, I don't necessarily hold her accountable. You know, I believe that various people come up with different ways to stay afloat," he said. However, he continued, "If she actually believes that we were mistreating her or her children in any way when she was constantly getting favorited by dad and we were always working on our relationship with her kids, if she actually believes that, then there's no chance of me having a relationship with Robyn ever again." Robyn and Cody Brown's parenting methods were questioned by Janelle Brown. Having their dad move between 4 different homes did affect their 18 children, as Cody explained in the September 29th episode when he and Robyn's youngest child, Ariella, who was born in January 2016, clung to his leg as he attempted to leave. "There's another wife who needs me, another mother," I had to inform her. "And she's just dragging along on my legs screaming, 'Don't leave me, Daddy, don't leave me.' And I'm like, golly man, this is hard." Cody clarified, "I have other kids that need to see me." Unfortunately, Janelle emphasized, that's just a reality of plural marriage. The way Robyn and Cody have handled her children's problems has always disappointed me. Ari gets really depressed or something, so he couldn't be gone for more than 3 or 4 days. I think that was a bad parenting move. The other children have done it throughout the family's history, and they are doing just fine. They are mature, well-adjusted individuals. From the very beginning, she continued, her children understood that their father would not be there all the time. The relationship between Robyn Brown and Michael T. Padron was intimate. Michael T., a mother of 3 and one of the few Brown children still close to Robyn and Cody, along with Christine and Janelle, served as a peacekeeper during Cody's divorces. "I was trying to figure out who I was when Robyn first joined the family, and she made me feel special, and she made me feel seen," Michael T. said in the episode that aired on September 29th. "Robyn was there for me whenever I needed somebody. I was so excited about having a plural family, and I was hoping that my kids would have a great relationship with other moms," Christine, Michael T.'s mother, said in the episode that aired on October 6th, "and it was everything that I hoped for when Robyn came in the family, and it was obvious she and Michael T. had a great relationship." One of Cody Brown's children was allegedly brainwashed by him. Cody expressed his disconnection from some of his older children in the October 6th episodes, saying, "I am only guilty of not falling madly in love with their mothers." He believes that other people have also removed him from his children's lives besides his wives. "They're purposely leaving me out of their lives to punish me for a crime I did not commit," he said. He also stated that he thinks his ex-spouses bear some of the blame. He said, "This discrepancy in my relationship with my kids is directly in my mind because of SD talk. There's this whirlpool of disappointment from the family dissolving or anything else. Well, blame Dad. He can accept some of the blame, but he finds the name-calling offensive. In any case, I would never talk to you again." Cody disclosed that he was having problems connecting with Hunter, Maddie, and Gabriel, and that one of his kids responded to a text message saying, "You're a piece of trash." Earlier, he told cameras, "I've had one of my kids just say, 'You're an a-hole,' in another incident. I will never again speak to you. You manipulated and brainwashed me. I'm willing to make the effort, but somebody else is going to have to be on the other end of that and make some effort too," he said, adding that he feels his adult children should be doing more to improve the situation. And that's the poison he doesn't want to deal with. Robyn Brown struggled to respect Kody Brown as a mom. Robyn was deeply hurt by Kody's estrangement from his adult children. "My parents divorced when I was a child," she said on the October 6th broadcast. "I remember asking, 'What happened?' He lived in a different city with one wife, and then my mom lived alone. To my biological father. Why? It was awful that all he did was provide a litany of feeble explanations for why he didn't help me when I was younger." During their contentious on-camera argument in late 2022, she stated, "I'm having a hard time feeling like losing respect for you a little bit," making it clear that she wouldn't allow Kody's wounded feelings to stop him from trying. Kody acknowledged that he might be doing more to strengthen his bond with his kids, but he maintained that he needed to mend his heart first. He revealed that he thinks some of his kids are colluding against him, stating, "I'm too impetuous right now, and I'm so furious about what happened that if I talk to my kids, I'm worried they'll accuse me. I'll just do more damage." For years, Kody Brown did not see his grandchildren. Much of the family was there when Logan, Janelle, and Kody's eldest son, married his now-wife Michelle Petty in October 2022, but they weren't feeling the love. Kody protested to Robyn in the episode that aired on October 6th, saying, "You saw Madison take her kids and scuttle them away from me." He also claimed that his daughter Josephine had failed to inform him that she was pregnant her third child, which was due in February 2023. Maddie doesn't really tell her dad anything because they don't communicate much. Janelle, who is extremely protective of her children, explained why her daughter avoided Kody at the wedding by stating, "Really, Maddie doesn't have any contact with him. Kody hasn't been there since Evie was born and 3.5 years old. She didn't want him to just enter and say, 'Oh, I'm your grandpa,' because then kids would say, 'What? Who is this man?' It's unrealistic expectation for grandparents to be in their grandchildren's lives all the time," Kody said, referring to Maddie's life in North Carolina. "Particularly if you relocate your kids to a whole different coast. In Flagstaff, I have a job and a life." Kody Brown asked his kids to apologize to Robyn Brown. Kody's insistence on some sort of mea culpa is one persistent problem, despite the fact that it's clear that he and his adult children have very different opinions on their ongoing separation. After the COVID scare was over and we all went back to our normal lives, we still couldn't reconcile as a family because Kody felt like the boys needed to give an apology to him and to Robyn, especially to Robyn. Janelle recalled of her sons during the October 13th event. "And after it sort of morphed into this, well, they just need to come and talk to me." According to Janelle, Kody's issue was that he thought his children had betrayed him. "And the most beautiful person in this family who's given her heart and soul has been insulted or some bull's tea like that," she continued. "And I'm like, whatever, Kody. Yes, anything." In a similar vein, Gabriel described a conversation he had with his father. "He kept phrasing it like I owed him an apology," he told Janelle about the matter. "At one point, I was just like, hey, unless you're actually ready to have a relationship and fix things, then we're not going to talk anymore." He returned a few days later and texted me, saying, "Hey, I've been thinking about what you've been saying." I said, "I forgive you. Please forgive me." I said, "What have you forgiven me for?"